Good evening, all. Welcome to the stream. Just trying to play catch up because we're just putting the kids down. So what was the last thing that we worked on? It was building 4. Hang on, let me just quickly save my preferences. Exit. I was trying to get the scatter add-on working. I'm going to go back and watch one of my old tutorials on how to do that. So, space animation 4, building animation 4. So this is something that we were working on last week a bit of. You would have seen Monday's Blender add-on. Monday's video, and we're kind of like showcasing this. I'm just trying to quickly fix up my stream. Because I'm an idiot. This is educational, not entertainment. Save. Oh, whatevs. Customize. I don't care. Oh, that one. That's the important one. Yes. Save. Done. We're almost there. I'm almost in. Done. Closed. And I still don't have chat up. Oh my goodness. Close all those windows. Marco, pull your socks up, you amateur. Yeah, so I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I need to create more assets like this. I've been going through and going back trying to find kind of like courses and such to improve myself. Shime is one of them. I've got a video on that somewhere. Oh, I've got 2 streams going at the moment. That's right. Okay. All right. Come on, we're catching up, Marco. Pull your socks up, sir. 1, 2, skidoo. I can now see you. Gaming in the can, welcome. I did a poo-poo, and that sounds like a marker up there. Awesome. All right, who we got? All right, we've got Deadly Spooky, Mark, Leo, Brilliant, Dennis, Mike, Vertex Bird, Nub Nub. Terry's here. Oh my, am I on the right mic? Is there no audio? Are you telling me there's no audio? Are you telling me there's no audio? Marco, is there no audio? How do I go to Markham 3D? No one's saying anything. That is freaking annoying. Oh, there's audio. Okay, cool. Shut up. There's audio. Oh, my God. Shh. There we go. All right, let's get back into this. Sounds distant. Also, it just sounds like you're in a big empty room. What? Da 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 da. Da da singing. Da 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 da. Volume mixer? Nope. Ah! That one. All right. Did that fix it? Maybe. Settings. Oh my goodness, Marco, you've done well. You've done well. I've got to go back and see if that's fixed it. Fast forward. That fixes it. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Sounds normal, like any other stream without sound. I do have sound padding though. I can't. No, because if I move that camera, sounds the same. Jeez. I know. Let's click on this. No. Let's click on, go to live dashboard. No. Click on this. Properties. I don't freaking know. Gosh dang it. Poopy caca is all I gotta say. What can I do real quick? Manage your output, video, audio. See, this all looks fine. Speakers. Output. Stream. No, that's all done. Output. Ah! Okay. Let's go with that. Sweet. Alright, let me bring up all my windows again. There we go. Okay, back into this. So, where we were... They're trolling you. No, there's a bit of a delay. That's the problem. Okay, so... Yeah, we worked on this building, and this is kind of like where I finished up. So probably tomorrow night, I'll put this up on Patreon so you guys can download it. There's a few textures in there which are pretty good. So I want to share that with you guys. Daryl, welcome. Yeah, so we built all this. There's a whole bunch of little techniques. Like, I mean, I drew on some cables and such. There's some lighting on here. I really want to build out some more of these shops down here. But kind of like this view of coming through here, I think looks spectacular. Thanks, Leo. Timeless, welcome. Some of the textures are still a little bit off, but I actually did learn quite a bit doing this, which is great. And I look forward to kind of moving on and doing the other bits and pieces as well. The real cool thing is when we start incorporating some of the other buildings. So if we go into Blender 4.4, open. No delay. Okay, sweet. And if we start, close that. If we start bringing in some of our other buildings, shop 1. And so if we kind of grab all this, Control C, jump into our other blend file, it does give us like a really nice atmosphere of it all coming together. Now, obviously, kind of like this gray doesn't work with this gray, which is fine. It's just one material we've got to change over. No. Wants to ask, because I'm a little worried if I'm not lying. AI is already starting to make 3D models. So what do you think is the future? Are people still drawing drawings? Yes. So it's AI is not there yet. But at the end of the day, you know, depends how you do it. Like, I don't know. There will be no delays in Australia, see? It's because I found out anything before 4.2 didn't need manifest file. What? I don't know where we're going with that one. So, yeah, coming back to this. So we're slowly building up kind of like a city that we can have. I'll probably try and create another 6 or 7 of these little buildings, have some of these mega monoliths. Monoliths, not that big monolith, but still just kind of going with that idea. Now, okay, that's this file. Let's go into File New. Part of the web series. Some of you have the script now, which is great. I'm really intrigued on what you guys are thinking of that. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to file link, because I want to link something that I want to scale. So what we're going to be doing, as per the thumbnail, is create a crud. Gary. Where is it? Working files. It should be Markham 3D working files. Well done. And we want external. That's the dreadnought. Medium frigate. No. Ah, crud. I don't know which file is which now. Collection. I don't think it's dreadnought. That's that one. Medium frigate. File. Open. No, medium frigate's the other one. Whoa. No, sorry. Marco. Delete. File. Link. It's not 126. Go back further. Where the heck's my spaceship? That's the fighter. That's the medium frigate. That's the void bringers. Void wraiths. I going nuts? Where the heck's that ship? D drive? Markham 3D? Nope. Markham 3D Studios. And are you here? John Haller's office? No. Dreadnought. Web series no. Hang on. Fine. Now I don't even know where my files are. Let's go into... Oh, Marco, you suck, dude. Knife? I've lost my ship. Where the heck's my ship? Web series hero main V2. There it is. Okay, found it. Come here. Main hero ship link. So this is our main hero ship, funnily enough. And so in one of the episodes, we need to have kind of like this forest base, what we land on, which is going to work out well because, you know, we're going to do a video on that tomorrow. But for now, yeah, we're going to probably do the outline tonight of how I want it, because I know that I want the base to be I want the base to be the landing pad, and then up kind of like the hill a little bit, and then that's kind of like where the main base is. Okay, let's come back. As we know, AI, we know, and it has really what people have done dozens of times. That is really true, but I'm done. Because when we're generating images, and if we're trying to create something unique, we always get kind of like rubbish results. But if you try and put in something that has already existed, like The Rock drinking the tea, that's weird. Because AI has been trained on it so much, it'll be able to produce that really well. If you look at when you're trying to generate a spaceship, it'll always look like crud. So yeah. I still draw. Exactly. This stream's gate. Can you do one on creating node textures? Paul. So we were having a really good conversation about this on Discord last night at 1:30 a.m. Spooky and I. It's better to kind of go through and bake everything. So for instance, to bake all your textures out, because you want the least amount of nodes present. If you've got a whole bunch of complex nodes, it's going to take ages to render. So for instance, this one, not this building. Let's go to a different building. Let's clear this one. And I'm going to open up, go back into building 4. And I'm just going to explain what I'm talking about. And back. Just purchased Character Creator 5 Anniversary Edition. Yeah, make sure you use my affiliate links if you're buying Character Creator. This is why I'm moving a lot more into DreamUV and using the ambient occlusion. That's because just render times are super fast. Yeah, I'm rocking on like a 5090. But if I do F12, what are we looking at? Weird. Why? Because it's opened up in a different window. So like that's 8 seconds for this massive building. However, if I had a lot of complex shaders, edge detection and all that kind of stuff, that's just like increasing the render times, especially when I'm looking at a couple of thousand frames. You know, if I save 5 seconds, 5 times 4,000, divide by 60 seconds, divide by 60. So it's saving me 6 hours. When I know that it's probably saving me a lot more. Went from 40 frames per second to 8. Yeah, there we go. Spooky. It's absolutely correct. Is it possible to bake a butcher shop? I'm trying to think of something clever. I've got nothing. Long distance. One inspiring artist. Welcome to the stream, mate. I've seen you've been on Netwinder streams quite a bit. He is very grateful because I run into him every once in a while. So if we have a look at the Alt R, Alt G. Why are you at a weird angle? Oh my goodness, Marco. What have you done? What have you done? Let me just quickly go open up that file now. Because it's at a weird angle. N. Okay, let's go File, Save As. This will be 136 new 136 underscore forest landing pad. Sure. Whoops. Oh. Let's grab that. Double click. Control V. Enter. Save that. We're going to go over into this file. Now, because we're appending that spaceship, I need to now go back into the original and fix that one up. So from there, we go back into D, 3D, spaceships, and that one. Are you crooked? You're not crooked. What the heck? Why is this one crooked? It's not crooked. Oh. It is going to be a fun night. So, let's go ahead and block out this idea that we've got. So we're going to go with a square base. Thinking of, what's that game? No Man's Sky landing pad. So maybe something like that. Let's go. I'm going to do I to do an inset. I'm going to grab these outer corners. Let's go GZ. Control Shift B. Do I to do an inset. We'll grab these corners. Oh, jeez. Just do this, dude. And let's clear out all this. Delete faces. And then from here, we'll throw in a mirror modifier. Generate mirror modifier. There we go. Okay, so now when I select this, Control B. I hate you so much. Let's go something like that. Control B. Engon City. I'm okay with that for now. E to extrude, and we've got something like that. Perfect. So just kind of like, we're going to go through that blocking stage, something that we always go through, and just to kind of lay it out. If you were born, oh my goodness, if you were born legs first for a small amount, you were wearing your mum's hat. Oh, far out. I sometimes worry about you. Okay. Sorry. Maybe what we should do, I kind of want to use like World Creator to create a bit of a like a landscape, but working with the materials and bringing that into Blender, it's a little bit of an hassle. I think if I do it once, then it will be fine to reciprocate. But yeah, it is just such a pain. So what we are going to do is I'm just going to generate a landscape using the Ant add-on, which is available in Blender. I'm blind. Edit, preferences, and we're going to type in Ant landscape up the top there. Turn U on. Meow. And then we'll go save preferences. Shift A, mesh, landscape. Let me just hide these 2, 3 things. There we go. All right. Let's try that again. Shift A, Shift A mesh landscape. It is super small, I know. We will bring up the panel in the bottom there. I can't say that, dude. You know what, Dennis, I'm glad I paused not to say that. Dude. Oh my goodness. All right. So what I'm trying to do is trying to find a nice, where did I change that? There we go. So we're just trying to find something that's going to work well. So mountain. Yeah, that works okay-ish. The big problem is this is going to be, it might be better to create multiple meshes. So we're going to have kind of like a high poly version. Zamwalt, welcome. We'll probably create kind of like a high poly version just for the local area, and then we'll put some mountainscapes like off into the distance. And then I'll come back through, we'll probably try and create some landscape pieces. Because there was a really good Blender add-on that I saw where they created just a whole bunch of these kind of like landscapes and then just dumped them all around. What, Con? Oh my goodness! From that team, his jokes are the most offensive. What? Yikes! Alright, mounds. What does mounds look like? That one's... Do we go with kind of like... Nah, I don't want cliff. Seems too... What's flat stone? That's disgusting. So I'm just kind of going through the presets. That might work. Let's go with that. So subdivisions, bump that up, 128. So did you know, if I want to go, I want to do this by times 4, I can just put times 4. And then we can go times 4. Done. And then if we kind of maybe scale that by 10, let's do an Alt-H, brings up... Okay. That one. And this one. Scale 10. Scale 10. Let's change our view distance. I don't know if this is the right way I should go about it. Not feeling kind of this water's edge. I think this is more for larger landscapes. Oh my goodness, I suck at doing sculpting. Let's try and maybe find another one. Shift A. Hide. Shift A. Landscape. Did I did. Shift A. Mesh. Landscape. Double clicked on it twice, so it took it off. Techno cell. Sure. Gully. Did I see a gully? Planet. Ah. Interesting. River. That one's not bad. Scale by 1,000. I think it should even still be bigger. Alt-H. U and U. Scale 10. And then if we kind of like maybe dump it over here-ish. I don't know, I'm not fully feeling it. But it might be okay in terms of size-wise. Let's have a look. Jump into cycles, GPU 32, 128. Let's go over here and press S for sky. Rotate it. Let's have a looky-see. Some weird sound. Actually, you know what? That's not bad. Ah, you dumb fat monkey. Monkey. Hang on. So what I should have done, scale 10,000. Yeah. Let me just redo that. Shift A, mesh, landscape. And we're going to go times 4, times 4, scale 1. And then let's reposition that. Oh my goodness, come on, man. Oop. There we go. That's a bit better. Maybe a little bit more over to here. Yeah, I'm just a little bit annoyed that I wasn't able to get the scatter add-on working properly. But, whoops. Wrong button, Marco. But you tried. Good try. No worries, you're welcome. What? What? No way. So I'm trying to find... I don't know how to spell. So if I go like this, A, I'm going to be showing... Go to video analytics. Come on, hurry up. Edit. Just need this one little thing. There we go. That's the one. Whoop, that one. So that will be the add-on that we're going to probably be using quite a bit of. Let's go back into that. Plopping along, Zimol. What the? There's 26 people watching this vertically. Okay. So it's the landscape island. If you drop the party here. Oh, patio furniture. Oh, isn't that reaching science? Gosh. Okay, so that to me is looking well. And then we will draw kind of like our path along here. So if we go into edit mode, we can see that we've got yeah, a bit of density. Up here is going to be the main building. And I'm going to kind of go... I don't have that add-on. All right. Yeah, check it out. And I'll do a video on it on Monday. And then it'll go up into... So let's go scale. That's too big. Scale 10. Scale 5. And then what I kind of want is almost kind of like this base that'll be into the mountains. You know what? And we'll go with the style. Oh my goodness. Delete. Will this work? I reckon something like that. How do we feel about something like that? I'm not going to use this building because I love this building. Yep. Let's do something like that. Okay. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Delete that. So from here, it's going to quickly open up Midjourney. And then we'll go into my create. Let's pick one of these. I'm thinking this one. And so let's kind of quickly smash this one out. Right click, save image. And then we will jump over into downloadeds. There it is. This one is 136 image. Let's go right click, cut, shop 24, working files, back down to 136, right click, paste, bring you into the mixer, and then let's go for it. GZ, Shift S, cursor selected. Okay. I think that's what we're going to go for. Let's go with you. Control I to invert the selection. Move to landscape. There we go. Shift S, cursor selected. I don't want to see landscape. Let's go actually Alt G. Bring that to there. And we're going to quickly smash Alt G. Oh no, I'm in the right spot. So let's go ahead and quickly smash this out. I'm not going to build it to scale just yet. What we'll do is we'll get the bulk of it going and then build on top of that. So how are we going to do this? Alt G, Shift S, cursor selected. Maybe it would be easier if we did it with planes just for now. So let's go with plane. Tab, something like that. Let's go into wireframe. And then we can, extend it all out afterwards. So edge loop through here. Z, let's go something like this, and E to extrude. And so all we're doing now is we're going to block out the main portion of the building. GX, screencast keys aren't on, Marco. You're such a pro streamer. I like this idea. This could be maybe like the elevators or something internally. Okay, E to extrude Z. And then we won't do that just yet. G to the X. Screencast keys. So as you can see, I didn't really have a plan. What does the landscape look like? Lunar. Oh, it's a forest. This is all going to be a forest. Lucas, welcome. Consistent brotherhood, welcome. Okay, let's continue on with that. And then we're going to, break everything apart in a sec. E to extrude all the way down. Let's maybe bring that across. Put that in there. That goes there. E to extrude. So let's kind of increase that. We have that there, which we'll come back to. So let's go now, Shift D, G to the Z, E to extrude, maybe to here, and then E to extrude there. Oops, bring that down. Did I just delete a face? I don't know. Ah, that's why that happened last time. Scale Y0, GY, just move it up a little bit. Something like that. All right, I'm pretty chuffed on how this looks. That looks great. Let's put an edge loop through here. Control B. Okay, nice. That's looking great. Shift D. If you want these images are actually on the Discord. I can't remember who asked for it. I think Leo, did you ask for these? I'm turning. Can't say that. Voice is cracking. Okay, so these are the bulk of it. Awesome. Let's kind of just keep going. Because all we're going to do after this is extrude these pieces. That's the idea. I don't know what that's meant to be. I did. Waha. You don't know half the abuse. You don't know. Forest Endor. Yes. Nah, Forest Endor. Yarlarg. Welcome. This is good. I do kind of want to add that in and you in. You in. Let's push you over. Go here first. Ah! E to extrude, Z, and then we'll just move you across like that. All right. Let's start pulling some of these pieces out. Maybe something like that. I do want this to be more of a thin building, where the other one was a lot wider. We'll move you out first, and then you go that way. And then these two pieces can just go out to there-ish. Go about there. You and you. GY, come out further. And then I like this piece here, scale Y0. That is because, oh, the image is not straight. You clown. Release the clowns. And actually this piece can go out wide. So we've got something like that. I like the fact that this is a little bit off center. Mum's off center. Don't forget to hit yes, thumbs up. What should we do? What are we on? How many thumbs are we on at the moment? We're on 18 likes over on the horizontal. That's weird. How many thumbs up are we on the vertical? 10. If we get up to maybe 60, let's give away a whole bunch of free ships. One free ship, and we'll give away like 20 odd copies. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's great. Okay, where are my other pieces? Here we go. So this here, this piece comes out wide. Where are you? There you are. Oops. Control L. GY E. Nice. And then this one here, E. GY. And then this one here, and then goes about there. 5 points. So anyone know where that's from? I think that's a good start. And we won't make it fully symmetrical. We do need some massive like dock area, and we might make this. No, this is going to be the front. Yeah, this is going to be the front. This is the bit that kind of goes more into the mountain. And so we're going to do something like that. Scale Y. That is our roof section. Let's now go ahead and start moving this back, and we'll start refining this. Control LP, separate by selection. Let's bring this up. GZ, scale, E. Let's put an edge loop through there, and then this one here, we'll scale it in like that. We will keep this here straight. So once again, blocking, always blocking. Turning, always turning. Dude, where's my car? Perfect, well done. Gene, Francisco, welcome. I'm looking for a person to teach me. I've got almost 1,500 videos. And if you have a question, yeah, just jump on the Discord and I will do my best. Just remember, I'm in a different time zone. Because at the moment, what's the time? 10:15 at night. Perfect. I like that. That's great. This here. No, this definitely. No, this can move over, I reckon. GY. There we go. Nice overhang. Yeah, that's going to work out really well, because this is where it's going to be the big get stuff doors. We might even just remove this whole section, and then this is in here is what gives us entryway into the rest of the complex. So we'll push that out a bit more. We're half expecting to maybe have, whoops, yeah, like this whole area. Yeah, see, the base needs to be fatter, I would say. Control LP, separate by selection. And I mean, at the moment, we haven't really done too much modeling. I mean, we have, but we are still just trying to get the shape of this building right. Now, the real critical thing is how much of this building we're actually going to see. I'm not going to be putting a ton of effort into the back here because we've already spoken about what's going to be the core element. This here is going to be my core element. So that's what I'm going to put the majority of my work into, especially when we start looking at it. The camera is going to be from maybe from this angle, and it's also going to be, you know, from like far off here when we see that ship land in. We're also going to be having quite a few trees around the place. So these are all kind of like the things that, you know, I'm thinking about as I'm going through this process of building this up. I reckon that's great. That is looking delicious. Spicy. There we go. Scale Y. Dude, what does mine say? Sweet! What does mine? Dude! Oh, gosh. That's great. That's great. That's great. We'll probably do a whole bunch of the pipes like we did on the last one. You, sir, need to be probably come out some more. Yeah, like that. GX. Nice. Plenty of like kind of layers in there and such. We know that in here, scale Y, we need to have something along those lines in there. Control LP, P, separate by selection. Nice. Control LP, separate by selection. We're obviously going to need this in here. Control LP, separate by selection. So we're just kind of like, yeah, just going through that. Can you teach programming on your account? I can't program to save the life of me. I use, like ChatGPT and all that kind of stuff for all my programming, any add-ons that I think are simple enough to make, which I know they're not. I know a lot of developers put in a lot of stupid time in developing their add-ons. I'm more than happy just to buy them outright. Not them, the add-on. Awesome, I like that. I think what we could do maybe here, put a bevel through there. That's kind of doing that stuff like so. This here will be interesting. If we do a Control B, we have something like that. Nice. That's breaking up that shape. Here, Control B. Oof, oof, oof. Hello, darling. Let's go like so, like so, like so, like so. Control B. Obviously, you can see that there are plenty of engons appearing. I don't care because they're hard surface and they're remaining in Blender. No. How many times do we have to tell you? You can't keep buying people. No, get stuffed. I will say, yes, you can buy people. Right here. Okay. Boom. That's great. I like that. I like that. So you can see kind of like the thought process. I'm not just going, I'm going to work on just one little bit. I'm going to kind of go through and slowly increase all around. Hello, you brilliant man, you. Thank you, Maria. I don't know. On Tatooine, you can. Brutal. Are you making this game for a scene? Block out. Looks incredible. Can't wait. So this is more for animated web series that I've been working on for a little bit too long. But I'm really now putting my foot down and going, right, let's smash this out and get it done. And so we've dropped down from 6 episodes down to 5 episodes because the 5th episode, my writer and I thought it was just too much of a filler. Like, it didn't really push the story forward. So we've just kind of like just deleted it, really. And so, yeah. So this is one of the scenes that takes place. I like how this is going. If I do an Alt-H, nope. If I do this, and then we were to, grab all that. And then so what we're thinking is, maybe something. Oh. Someone just subscribed. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Subscribe. Oh, Chaos Strike. Oh, I don't even have Twitch people open. Oh, ploppers. I'm coming, Twitch people. Sorry, I forgot. It auto connects to Twitch. There we go. Click on that. Who's there? You mean follow? Well, I'm streaming on YouTube as well. Mr. Emerger's there as well. Oh, welcome, Mr. Emerger. Let me reopen all my windows and I'll bring this down so I can see that. I can see Twitch people now. No, go into thirds. There we go. That one. Beautiful. So, and this is the kind of scale that we're working with. So we can see our little ship here. I'm just going to push it back to about there. Perfect. That's kind of like what we're thinking about. Delete. Yeah. I'm very happy with that. Nice. I'm just going to go... scale 0.01. And I'm just going to work off like the small scale for now. Just makes like working in Blender work a little bit better. If the universe is a simulation, like some theorize, then someone had to buy you from the Galactic Character Store. Oh my goodness. So I had a really good discussion about Yarglarg. I had a really good discussion about that with someone. So there is what's the audio book? Reality Plus. If you really want to get into is the Earth a simulation? Are we living in a simulation? It's called Reality Plus. Come over on Twitch, yes. I'm also a Blender part-time and a beginner, but I do enjoy it. Awesome. Rendering out center. So, wait a sec, quick mine indoor back room. Yeah. Feels great. Sure, the plot is important. Yeah, but, wait, someone else just joined. Loose Chasm 23, welcome to the stream. Yeah, but mine didn't do anything, so yeah. That's why we kind of just cleared it out. We thought it was irrelevant, and I am okay with that, because that means it's one less episode. Let's go Shift D, Y. Bring that one down. Control L. E to extrude. And we will push that out like so. What's going to be the size of the doors is a very good question. So if we were to go... big get stuff doors is what we're going to have. So maybe it'll be better to duplicate this. P separate by selection. Bring that down. Alright, this heater is so loud. And we will go here and kind of like here off to the side. And it'll be something like that. This here is going to be our door. And you have to remember the scale that we're talking about. We're talking about big get stuff doors. I'm talking like this is going to be like a 20-30 meter door. So maybe we bring it to about... actually, it doesn't matter. Shift D. Actually, it does matter a little bit. But I'm okay with that. And then what is this going to look like? P, separate by selection. Let's put an edge loop through there. Shift S, cursor to selected. I hate you. Shift S, cursor to selected. Actually, we'll do it off this verse. Cursor to selected. Right click, set origin to 3D cursor. And then we can go ahead and delete this side because we're just going to mirror it for now. Mind you, no, it doesn't mirror. Control A, apply. It's not going to mirror, Marco. Because you're full of lies, dude. GY. Let's go Oporto, and then we'll grab maybe just this, Control B to do a bevel. And then that's going to show that there is a door there, and we will have to refine that a bit later. G to the X. So something like that. Maybe just for now we have it open. You, sir, we push you back. And then that's the size of our door. Voltage Vertex, welcome. Vortex, sorry, my bad. Right now, background building for the landing pad. He made it the start. Yep. Hoping that next year short film gets finished. Plan to start a new YouTube channel. Don't start a new one. Just keep your old one. Keep going with it. Because you're starting from scratch. This, okay. Cool. Let's push that back. GX. So I'm thinking of having something like that. Let's maybe now push this up because it doesn't need to be there. And then this here, we can go E to extrude along the X-axis. E to extrude along the Y-axis. And then let's do an F. That'll do something. GY. I can go a chicken burger right about now. One thing that I really did like on the other building is kind of like how it went out. How would a virtual voodoo doll have the same properties as a physical? What? Can you make next time a female character after you're finished? That's all going to be through character creator. I don't make characters. I can't stand making characters because I suck at it. And I have no intentions of learning how to do it. So that's kind of like why I just go with the character creator. What the heck is that? Let's go merge by distance. 2 vertices. There we go. No! Hang on. Is this a separate piece? No, that's not separate. Oh. Control B. That gives us that. And then we can give this a slant as well. Slant. We'll give it a slant. Waterloo it fell. Nice. That's looking really good aesthetics through there. And if we have a look at it from far away, it does look delish. I think we're going to have to scale this back up. Scale 100. And push that. Yep, that's okay. So we know what's the scale we're dealing with. This is our scale. Let's select all, minus this stuff. Control A, apply the scale. And we should probably actually select everything. Scale. And each floor is going to be 3 meters. Chicken bird will be right about now. Having a stroke, Marco. Well done. Can you make a castle like... I don't have a need for one at the moment, hybrid. Maybe. Perchance in the future. I can give it a crack, though. Okay, so the reason why now we've got this cube here, GZ1. This is going to be our measuring stick. So everything is going to be 3 meters. So we're going to have 3 meter floors everywhere. So from here, I'm going to actually select this and this. Control B to do a bevel. And then when I go into array, generate an array. Let's go 0 and 1. We can kind of see the amount of floors that we have. That's a lot of floors. That's 22 floors right there. Yo. doesn't seem right. Is that right? If I put a cube here, GZ1, that's 2 meters. Alright, I guess it is. GZ1. Yeah, it is. Okay, can you just hide for a sec? Yeah, that's 3 meters. Okay. That is a little bit too big. Nah, stuff it. Should be right. Cool. So let's just use that as a measuring stick. Let's put it into a bit of a different place. GZ. Something like that. And then if we kind of measure it like so. So up here is going to be one of the main areas, maybe a lookout space. So if I were to go Shift D, G to the Y, let's do a Control A, and I'm going to go select all, invert selection, Control L, Control I to invert my selection, delete vertices. We are now on whatever floor we are. And so what we can do is, let's go Control I, invert my selection, delete faces. And then what we're doing is kind of making a bit of a balcony section, or even maybe a bit of a lookout section. E to extrude 3 to the minus. And then we're going to build a flange. Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3. We go Control B. Select these, delete faces. Select these, and then we can go E to extrude. Ugh, that's pretty thick. Not as thick as your mum. Oh gosh. That's bad influence from certain people. And for those of you who don't know, I do stream some gameplay on Gaming in the Can, is another channel. Yeah. They're a bad influence. Okay, so Control L, scale Z. And then it's kind of like some big, get stuffed flanges in there. Ooh, off center as well. Make it a little bit tough. Where's your mum got to do with this machine? I actually do have a classic your mum joke. Oh, it's a short. Where is it? Can I open it up? Hang on, let's see if I can find it. Shorts. Oh, what's it called? It might not be on this channel. It might be on the other one. I did try and do a secondary channel for a bit. That failed. Wow! I've got a ton of unreleased shorts. Oh, that's right, because those failed. All those jokes. All this stuff, whatevs. Wow, I don't... What is it? Where is she? Sorry, I'm trying to find a great piece of comedy. Very educational. Oh, that's frustrating. You should be off-putting. There we go. Oh, that's a minute. That's a long short. There we go. And why can't I post in chat over here? Control V. So I found what I was looking for. Hyperson Live, welcome. All right. Go have a look at that. Working on a sci-fi brothel. What? I think I missed some information there. Cool, 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 cool. I like that. So I like this idea of having something like that there. This is great. This here will be some more. Can we? I want to grab that, and we'll bring it back in like so. What's this piece? Oh, that's that piece. And then here we'll probably put in some big get stuff pipes all through there. Can you just go away, please? Thank you. Great, 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 great. These are our big get stuff doors. Nice. And then over here is going to be more where power plant is, I would say. So for instance, let's go Shift S cursor selected. Let's go ahead and add in a cylinder. And this is going to be a big get stuffed cylinder. GY. Period key. GZ. This is like 2 meters wide into the spin tool. Bam, bam. That, hold control. And then I'm going to go here. 45, and that's going to go up to nowhere. Oh. Okay, you are not going that way. You can continue on this journey and just hang free. Hold control, snap that, and that just goes straight down. And then we will duplicate that pipe because it's a delicious pipe. Oh, to be delicious. Nice. I'm probably not going to be too concerned about this side as much, but we might come back through and fix that up. Is Blender Guru still worth watching? I have knowledge about hotkeys, but I suck at building 3D models or sculpting. Sculpting, I don't even touch because I have no interest in sculpting, even though I probably should learn it purely because of Max. Hey, probably because doing landscapes and such. So that's something I've got to work on. I mean, he's got his place, but I don't know. I never watched the donut tutorial. So I don't know. I know back in the day, he used to waff on a lot. But I mean, he did what he needed to do and he got it done. So, all right, let's go E. And then I'm going to go something like that. Push that up. And then we'll go sideways. Shift right click and we'll put it in. There. Nice. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Just move that a little bit closer in to the building. Nice. I like that. So, as you can see, I'm still not like really going into the nitty gritty and doing everything. Just still like blocking. And we can see that it is coming together quite nicely. I do like that piece there. I think that looks great. And because we need to move forward, I need a piece from here. Okay, where's my junk? Where's my junk? Where's my junk? That's the piece I want. Control C. Don't save that, please. Control V. Excelente, per favore. We're going to jump over into the asset browser and we will jump in. Ah, okay. Yeah, I know what that. Oh, what? Oh. All right, I got to fix that up. Let's go into here. Oh, that's really frustrating. Sci-fi building. I got buildings. Yeah, but these aren't buildings that I'm after. Let's go into. Yeah, we'll go into this kitbashing set in a sec. What am I doing? Here. We will go into DreamUV. We will go into DreamUV. We will go into DreamUV. There it is. Hello. And that is our object. And then everything we bake will be based off that. Awesome. Good to know. DreamUV gray. Control S to save. Hotkeys right beside the menu. Just try and model. Yep, absolutely. If you just focus on that. Will you do...
that not thing about strategy. Read text messages instead of guide because it takes 4 hours. Vintage, welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is kicking goals at the moment. That is great there. I'm actually going to... Let's put an edge loop through here. And then we'll go GY. There we go. Break up the blockiness. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. I like that. I can't remember why I want to DreamUV. Ooh! How would that look? Rotate X, Y, minus. Heck yeah. Let's just dump that there. This is one of my... Let's go delete on that. Excellent. I'm going to put that to the side. Because this is... Yeah, look at that. Oh, easy. You know what? Let's just slap spaceship stuff on this now. And we will go here. Rotate 90. Something like that. Let's go here. Rotate Z 90. ZZ. Ooh, look at that piece. That looks delicious. Okay, let's just kind of... Just want to start pushing this a little bit faster. This piece can go here. Something like that. Yep, let's keep that there. Sheath, engines. These are all my complex greebles that I love to use. And then we're going to go like that. But the main thing is because I've done a lot of the hard work through the blocking, I can kind of... Pekka, welcome to the stream. It's great to see you, buddy, here. King Girls, yeah, he formatted my machine. Half-Life Alyx is the best. That is the best VR game that I've ever played. I watched Marco learn via osmosis. Give up or quilters are for losers, not me. Quilters? Quilting? Always down for some quilting. I've never done quilting. Oh my goodness, Marco, what are you doing? Okay, let's kind of... Yeah. I am liking this idea of... this is actually an engine block in here. Not an engine block. But I'm watching until 169 viewers. Oh, fuck, I wish one day we will get up there. These are the pieces I was after here. So we've created a whole bunch of these pieces. Nice. Stuff like that. And then we can go... because these pieces here that I've created are actually my Death Star greebles. And so if I ever wanted to create kind of like the surface of the Death Star, like these models are actually 6-7 years old. Oops. Oh, actually, yeah, that can stay. Nice. And then definitely we will throw in some kind of like micro details in here as well. What the heck is that? Okay. Ah, it's nothing. Nice. So if we kind of have a look at what this looks like from here, yeah, you can kind of just see we're filling in those gaps. So we did a lot. Smeem? Yes, I am from Australia. Absolutely. It is currently 20 to 11 at night. This building needs electricity too. Yeah, the generators are back here. It's all based off thermals. Yes, you did help me with some of these one inspiring artists. Correct. I think that one there is one of yours. With an orca accent like... Oh, an ochre. Ochre. Mate, it's not ochre. Not that bad. That my thing, alright? If you ever want to listen to a radio play made by absolutely awesome comedian, there's a thing called the 12th Man. And I'm talking, this is like 1980s. And it's all about the Australian cricket commentary team. And it's one guy doing all the voices. Hilarious. Brilliant stuff. Oh, yes. Okay, let's throw in some pipes now. Mike. Look at that. And so as we're starting to look, we can see, yeah, that this whole area is starting to take shape. So if we were to do this, Control S to save, and we did a hotspot. Let's just kind of hotspot everything now. And so we're just using one of the DreamUV textures. Cool. Very nice color. I like this. Once we also start splitting up the building into smaller pieces, it'll look even better. I pronounce Lego as Lego. No! No! How dare you? It's Lego. 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 L-E-G. Leg. O. Leg. Go. Not Lego. But yes, I am initially from Adelaide, so a lot of people there say Lego. Not me. I'm not a loser. Oh gosh. Oh, that is delish. Let's put this one here. Ooh. Hey. Rotate 180. Oh, yes. Okay, still too big. Let's bring that down. Put that there. Let's go G. Oops. Something like that. Because like I said initially, we are going to be seeing this side of the building. So that's why I'm not really paying attention to that side. Mainly just focusing on this side. So if we bring back... Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Mud crab, you know what I'm talking about. Beautiful. The cream, the bone, the white, the off-white, and the ivory beige. Yes. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Oh. The theme song. Nah. Go 12th Man. 12th Man. Radio play, maybe. Yes, welcome to the Wide World of Sports. Yes. That's right. That's how it starts. 12th Man. All credit goes to Billy Birmingham. I don't know if it's playing. All right. Might be this. I don't know. 1987 is what I'm talking about. So if you want to have a bit of a laugh, oh, go on, have a bit of a laugh. Go on, Bull. Oh, Bull, put a little bull away. Focus marker, get back into this. All right. Let's smash some more of this out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Most of this will remain open, but what we will do is start slotting in paneling and such, and that's going to break it up to, give it some more. So, Control S to save. We're going to do it with this one first. So I'm going to Shift D, move new collection to junk. So I normally like to have backups of stuff. And then it doesn't render, so that if I do make a big boo-boo, I can always just start again. Scale Z 0. Ah, jeez. Let's Control Z, and we'll cut this one off at the top here. K, AC, boop, enter. Let's just kind of move that out of the way for now. This can go GZ, about there. Control B to do a bevel. I'm not... yeah, right, let's do that. We're going to do it this way. So we're going to go Shift D to duplicate. And I'm going to hide that one. From here, we're going to add modifier, solidifier, 0, and we'll make it 0.1. Big, thick, get stuffed paneling. Hide you, sir. Let's go even thickness, itchy nose. That's what I was doing. K, AC. Cut that in half. Perfect. And we will make sure when I'm in edit mode, we don't see solidifier. So I'm going to do Control B, delete faces. Marco, you should have moved that down. GZ, push you down to there. So now when we go into rendered view and we do an Alt H, we can see that we've got panels in here. Then when we come over the top and we go hotspot, the DreamUV will update the textures and it just will look a lot nicer and sharper. So let's undo all that and we'll continue working a little bit more. Let's do another one down here, Scale Z. Control B to do a bevel. Delete faces. We'll put one over here. Control B, delete faces. Let's go. We'll do one over here. Control B, delete faces. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an edge loop through here. Control B. Let's grab these. Control B. And then I am going to go GY. And we're going to do this inset. Now, you have to remember that I duplicated it. And so it's there's a piece behind it, but we're just not touching it yet. That was a movie. What? Says on Discord, if anyone's new here. Yes. There's a link somewhere down the very far below if you want to join Discord. Okay. Let's go a few more. So we're just going to chop this up. Now we're going to start getting a little bit into the nitty gritty. Which is fine. Delete. And we'll do another one here. Control B. Delete faces. Nice. Some thick ones. Maybe we might make these a little bit thicker, just so they're a little bit more prevalent as we're going through. Nice, 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 nice. I think we need maybe one here. Control B. Delete face. Let's go here. Control B. Control B. GZ. Alt H. Let's now just do a box. Yeah, okay. That's not too bad. We can always come in on the one at the back. Gray. Let's go duplicate. And we'll go dark gray. Over into shading. And I'm just going to change the color a little bit. That other building is going to be on Patreon Monday or Tuesday. So you can download it from there. Dark gray. Yeah, there we go. So now the paneling behind is a lot more prevalent. But what I am going to do is we'll come back over and we'll slap some paneling over the top of these slots. So we've got kind of like multi-layered here. We'll kind of go through all this over the whole building. So don't forget, we'll probably put some antennas on as well. So I'm just going to select H. We'll put some antennas on as well, which I think would be great. But once again, we have to remember, what are we actually going to be seeing in the shot? Because there's no point in working on stuff if we're not going to see it. So I will try and focus a little bit more from this angle. Yeah, from like this bit in here. So we'll come through. We might copy some of these greebles from here, place them in here just to hide that section. Excuse me, sir. Can you just move out of the way? Thank you, sir. And then let's go here. Control B, delete faces. Control B, delete faces. Control B. Yeah. And so this is kind of what we can do. Technically, I probably could just do it with a texture, but I like doing this kind of like paneling. It can be relaxing. Sometimes it's a pain in the bum. Okay, that's nice. We might even maybe put in a bit of a zigzag here. So if I do that, Control B, delete face, GY, nice. Put it up like so, GY. Yeah, look at that. That's looking delish. And then if we kind of like have a look with the landscape in place, and then we've kind of like trees and crud everywhere, I think it's going to look good place to, yeah, show some whips in the Discord. Work in progress. But that is coming along so nice. So if we were to, yeah, grab some of these pieces and throw them in here, I think that'll work out well. Paneling, let's just do a few more before we finish up, just kind of like on this section. And then we'll continue on with something else. Delete face. Control B, delete face. Let's go here. Control B. Nice. And then let's do Alt H. Brings that back. Let's select that front one, hotspot. Gorgeous. Absolute gorgeous, that. Let's go ahead. I do want to put a piece in here now. Oh yeah, okay, let's throw on some antennas and such. So in the Kitbashing antenna, let's go U, big get stuffed antenna. Blay. There we go. And we'll maybe put you, whoops, you're in a bad spot over here. You through there, Shift D, bring that one down, and then maybe we could even, you know, slap this one on here, rotate ZZ 90 to the minus, GZ. And I think if we can go ahead and add in a whole bunch more antennas, I think that's going to sell that story. Whoa, settle down, mate. Da 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 da. And then as well, I think we need kind of like another piece on top, and I know the piece that I'm thinking of. Complex greeble, maybe something like this. Something like that. Yes, look at this. Cobbler walk. I don't know what that was. That was weird. When I make shorts, it's actually done. Oh my goodness. Done. Everything is finished technically, but I keep tweaking. Oh, nah. You gotta learn to stop. That, yeah. I hear what you're saying, but you gotta learn to go, right, if I spend 20 more hours on this, is it actually gonna make a much difference? Oof, that's spicy. Dude. Actually might bring that one down again. Oop, where's my mouse? There it is. And then let's throw that one on there. That does look delish. I think we need pipes. We need pipes. Let's put some pipes on. Get it off. Get it off. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Trying to hit that 120,000 mark. That's been eluding me. Channel's been going for 9 years. Steady stream of videos. Yep, I think that looks good. But yeah, consider. I would appreciate it. Or as some weird people say, appreciate. I think that's weird. I'm sorry if you're one of those that say appreciate. I'm in the same trap. My current big project I've been working on for 10 years on and off. Yeah, no, I'm like, nah, get this done, Marco. Character Creator 5 has just come out. You now have no excuse. Oh, I'm just going to wait for it to come out. No, it's out now. Pull your socks up. Get it done. Yeah, cheeseburger. That was weird. How are we feeling about that? I probably won't put trees and all that on tonight. That's going to be a tomorrow thing. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Good segue. What? Yeah, I reckon that's delish. Let's go ahead and split this up, because I think that needs splitting up. So we'll do knife tool, AC. A is to make it go like a horizontal or something. And C is the one that cuts through the mesh. And the reason why I'm chopping them here is because I've got obviously engons. Get stuffed. Is because I've got engons. And so I'm just trying to avoid all my engons there. Enter. Perfect. There we go. So here, let's cut you in half. Control B. Control numpad. Let's put an edge lip through the middle there. And we'll do an Alt S to scale it in. V to rip. I don't think it's going to be very prevalent. But what else? Control numpad. Hey, someone just joined. Who's that? Who doth joineth me? BW6626622. Welcome to the stream. I'm saying to you, constantly adjusting things. Why have one car in the scene when you can have 100 instead? Why do elves arrest lumberjacks? Because those are guilty of high treason. Far out. That's good. You haven't done any work for Future Marco today. Is he on vacation? I mean, this is technically for Future Marco. Actually, yeah, Future Marco is going on vacation soon. Vacation. He's got a holiday coming up. He's allowed to. Which would be good. I'm looking forward to that. But I will be offline for 2 weeks. Which is a little bit unfortunate. So, I got to make a bunch of tutorials before I go. Poor Future Marco. Oh, poor, yeah. Yeah, screw that guy. Let's go V to rip. And then we'll do another one through here. Chicken burger. And we'll do V to rip. Let's put, I'm going to V to rip here. Control B, Alt S. So there's multiple ways of doing panels. So we've got the kind of like solidify method where we're cutting away. Or we can do it this way. Hey, no. You. Oh, you. Control E, mark sharp. There we go. Delicious. Look at that. I haven't really done too many bevels yet. which is weird. Probably should. V. Okay, let's go hotspot on that now. Control S to save. And we'll do a hotspot on that one because I'm not sure if I did it. Yes. Delicious. They're a little bit too big, but I am okay with that. We do need to throw on some panels on there. Let's come back. Oh my goodness, my legs. The current version of Blender since my CPU. Yeah. I got you beat. Have a project I wrote script for in 2005. Yes, Terry. I know. Art cannot be rushed. Speaking of this is a big holiday weekend here in the US, Labor Day. Ah, I wish I'd known that. Rendered in Omniverse Kit 108. I probably should, because like I've said already as well, this is actually just texture. So the only thing is there's a bit of an ambient occlusion on this material. But the main material here is we've got our normal map. So just a very simple normal map. We've got a roughness, and then we've also got a metallic, but this is actually, no, that's the base color, but it's actually an alpha mask on it. So it only really shows a little bit, and then what controls it is this color. And so I've really only got 3 textures for most of this. These pieces are old ones. Someone's just joined. Welcome to the stream. Final Max, welcome. Except for these ones. These ones are a little bit different, but still you can see that most of it is just a texture. So this is a texture that I tried to create. Seamless. Okay. What the? Sure. And then we've got a normal map for that as well. What the heck is this? I have no memory of this. Anyway. So, as you can see, I'm not doing anything complex with my materials. So, technically, we can grab everything and put it into, like, Omniverse, Unreal Engine, so on and so forth. Because, yeah, it keeps the render times down as well. All right, let's go ahead and start. We need to go into the smaller details now. So, we've got a lot of the big stuff. I actually feel like we grab this, and this. Let's go here and here. Just kind of... Nope, can't do that. Go suck a lemon. Oops. Someone else just joined. Awesome. If you're new to the stream as well, yes. Hang on, who doth joineth thy? Ronnie B, welcome. Always grateful for a new subscriber. Yeah, so a lot of the work now is going to have to go into this bottom section. I'm not too concerned now. I think we can get away with enough over here. Maybe we chop this section up. This is still bland back here. But I'm okay with that. Oh, yeah. Brilliant as ever. Oh my goodness, more people are coming. Sweet. Eric, welcome. Great to have you on board as well. Tips for a quick render. Use image textures. Make serious scenes. Keep the light path simple low. Yep. So the other thing that'll speed up, especially if you're doing an animation, you want to go performance and you want to do persistent data. Why is my ankle sore? I'm getting old. That is something really important, especially for an animation. You'll see the animation will just render so much faster. I'll buy that for $1. Thank you very much, as one inspiring artist. Much appreciated, buddy. What is that? I'll buy that for $1. That's from RoboCop, isn't it? I know you're pretty young. Oh my goodness, where'd everyone leave? Anyway, I much appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, make sure you go check out One Inspiring Artist as well. He draws absolutely wonderful stuff. Very talented artist. One thing that I could never do was drawing, even though I tried. But 3D, I can do that stuff. It's hot. Okay. Did everyone leave? Yeah, cool. Everyone left. Okay, I like this, I like this, I like this. So I'm going to come down into here. Let's grab our proportional editing tool, GZ. And then I reckon we just kind of snap this up, scale Z 0. To form the mountain. Maybe we grab some more, scale Z 0. Okay, maybe we do this, scale Z 0. And this is where definitely kind of like that sculpting needs to come in. Maybe this actually gets moved out of the way a little bit further. And then we have that path created up into here. I don't think this door is big enough now. Because what are we looking at? If I bring my measuring stick, it's only 9 meters high. Turning 25 next month on the 27th. Nice. You're a young pup compared to me. I'll be 56. I will be 41. Hey, Mark, I'm pretty cool at work. Do you give feedback sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. Normally, if you paste it on the Discord, and then you just tag me in it, yeah, more than happy to have a look at something and go, have you ever created a 2D style project? Yes, I have. Back in the day when I had a bit of a crummy computer, I made an award-winning animation in 2D. Adventures are adventures. Adventurers. Let's see, cap lock. Here. Yes. This is my award-winning animation. I entered in a local short film festival. Kind of some backstory to it. You need to have you've got 10 days and you've got to use 10 items or locations around Canberra, where I am. And so I went with something where I could render really fast. And so if you watch that animation, it's all rendered in viewport. And so that's why I specifically designed it like that. 54, my goodness. I might do a Blender live stream on that date. Yeah, go for it. I'm thinking of getting into environments. Would you have some advice for someone saying environments? Definitely Kitbashing is what I would say. Get used to probably using like tools like Quixel. Those assets are off tap. Like, oh my goodness. So it's almost, if you're building like forest scenes and all that, get used to using Unreal Engine. I think Unreal Engine's the way to go for all that kind of stuff. Just because it just works. It just works. Unreal Engine. And also the licensing on Unreal Engine's pretty good. GZ, if you're making, I think you don't have to pay until you're making over $1 million. And I can tell you now, if I was making $1 million, I'd be more than happy to pay licensing fees. Let's go -5. And that'll make our doors a bit bigger. GZ, see if we can line that up a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. And then we can just kind of something like that. And then, like I said, not too concerned about that stuff. But here, just building up the floor. Okay, you want to go down a little bit further? That's fine. GZ. About there. Okay. Then let's go ahead and create Shift D. E to extrude along the y-axis. Control L, E to extrude along the x-axis. P, separate by selection. Oh. Control L, P, separate by selection. I want to get rid of the mirror modifier. Go soccer lemon. G, whoops. G-O. G-O. G-G-O. I wonder how many people know about that ad. I got a problem with my Go-Go-mobile. And we'll do something like this. And then that's kind of like our floor. Maybe we just might. O-G-Z. And then this part here will be a road that goes down. 54 might do a live stream. Yeah, absolutely. I have a friend who got in trouble with the licensing fees. In his defense, he is French. I tend to photo scan our own stuff. Yep, Polycam's pretty cool. Kiri's engine's great. I've given up on making them. Just download them. Yep. As a car guy myself. Oh, okay. Yeah. The Go-Go Mobile. Okay, beautiful. Don't forget you can use your flatten brush and sculpting. Yeah, I got to play more with sculpting. I suck with sculpting. For those free assets and environments every month, absolutely. Like if we have a look into my Epic launcher, and you can see all my wonderful assets. Unreal Engine? Library? Yeah, here we go. So I've been collecting Unreal Engine stuff for yonks now. And so you can kind of see just all the stuff that I've got. And it's really easy to pull them out. And you can actually take these into Blender and so on and so forth. So I actually have bought a few packs in Unreal Engine to understand how game assets are made. And I think that's very valuable as well. I always ignored using pre-made assets. Don't know why. Yep. Like, some people say it's cheating, but completely disagree. Like, why make your life difficult? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I could have remade all this and blah, 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 but I just kind of want to get through at this point. We want to move forward rather than, wasting time on working on all the little bits and pieces. Whoops, let's get rid of the landscape so I can actually see. And so that's why in a lot of my videos, primarily I'm just using my own kitbashing stuff. I mean, I've already made them. The only reason why I use my assets a lot more is because I can actually give away these scenes. Where if I'm using other people's assets, I can't really do that, which sucks. Because I mean, there are some awesome kitbashing sets. It was a lovely animation. If you buy an ape skeleton mesh, would you say you bought a pre-made primate? Far out. Yes. That's cool. No, I don't like that piece there. Let's go. Because, I mean, here as well, like you can see that we spent quite a bit of time getting to a point that we like the building. And now all we're doing is bring it back in. You look at any game. Let's think about Skyrim's a good example. Everything is exactly the same. Actually, Skyrim's a great example. There's a video online that talks about obviously minimizing assets. The tables in Skyrim, like the desks, they're just cupboards, but they're just sitting in the ground. Or shelves, sorry. Professional use pre-made assets, even some digital painters use photos in the background. Yes, they absolutely do. Once you get over that mindset of, I'm cheating, you're not cheating. You are now trying to speed up your workflow. This now becomes kind of like the danger of AI. It's not really a danger. Like, I use AI for Midjourney. Midjourney generates my ideas. I can see it visually. Cool, I can build it. I'm not building from scratch. The question now becomes, if I'm using AI to generate 3D models, what's the difference between me generating 3D models and then going to the asset store, buying them? That's the argument you've got to have with yourself. I think making your own assets and putting them in the library goes a long way. It does, but it's a lot of upfront work. Spent a lot of time, I think, building this one. This is 480 pieces. Some of these are one inspiring artists as well. But yeah, spent a lot of time building this asset. I bought full models and stripped them down for kitbashing assets. Absolutely. I don't know how I feel about that one. And this is why I never share other people's kitbashing sets. Sorry. I never have other people's kitbashing sets in my models, because if I just pull, like if I buy a ship and then pull that ship apart, obviously there's a whole bunch of kitbashing assets already in there. Am I now taking their kitbashing set, and then if I give it to you guys, well, I haven't given you the full model, but I've given you like a part of it. That I'm not sure about. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Have I remade parts that have been inspired by some other parts? Yes, I have. So this part here, this is probably one of my favorite parts I've ever created. However, that part is very close to Andrew Kramer. Hello, I'm from Blender Bros. What's his name? Andrew. I can't think of his name. But the parts inspired me to make this one. So yeah, it's kind of like, and that's why I go with more GeoNode system. Yeah. I really need to sit down and do GeoNodes. I know there is something I want to make with GeoNodes. I don't know how to. I think what I want is very complex, but I will somehow work that out. Okay, let's have a look at the doors. Control B. Let's go something like this. We'll do, let's go like that. Whoop. Control B. That was a lot of talking just then. I'm sorry. I apologize for nothing. Control B. I. Ah, you jerk. Here. Oh, ploppers. I. Captain's bird's eye. Oops. GZ. Doesn't seem right. What am I doing? Alt S. Up into here, individual origins, scale. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of what I wanted. Is it though? Scale on the Y. I think it's just too far back. GX. And then this here needs to be kind of like its own piece. I scale. Yes, that's pretty much what I wanted. Oh, price. What's price? Here's legit. You do. No. No, it's not Prices. No. It's somebody else. I just can't think who it is. I have a city generator, but it's not complex. There's a new city generator coming out. I'm looking forward to picking it up. It's only 20 past 11. I'm tired. Okay, let's go like that. And we're going to go scale X0. GX. I kind of want to bring it back out. And we are going to go Control E, mark sharp. I hate you. Control E, mark sharp. Yeah, nice. And I think this is when we come in and start throwing decals on there. I think that's when it'll look gorgeous. Let's have a look. What are we looking at? Oh. What is that? What's that line? Ah, something random. Okay, that is looking great. I think we're going to have to work on some sort of giant plating system here. I don't think I can just throw on some concrete. But that is looking... Let's go Control A, applied scale. So Control A, applied scale is because I've been pulling this from the Kitbashing set. If I go Control A, make instance, I don't think that's that. Shift A, nope, Control A, Control S, Shift S. Oh, yeah, I needed to apply the scale. Nope. So if we go into objects, relations, make single user, object and data. Control A, apply scale. Yes, suck a lemon, you turd. Okay. Oh, recently I've been adding detail to my 3D scenes by just using images. Yes. So there's one guy on Instagram who does that really well. Something starting with R. Yar. R. Nope. I follow him. What is his name? I know what the icon looks like. Go copy link. Go follow these guys. Oh, what are we at? Trying to find, where is he? I don't look at stories very often. Maybe he hasn't posted in a while. I don't know, Shaggy. Okay, let's go into, who do I follow? No, go homepage. Homepage. Following 482 people. In the bushes of love, dun 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 dun, they were screaming something awful. The floor? We see his blood had drained into the boards and it changed us. I can't find it. Oh well. Yeah, there's another artist who's just pretty much all images. And he just animates them. This is looking delish. I think, yeah, the biggest thing now is going to be working on the smaller plates that come in. So, for instance, like, oops. Medium point. Let's go here. We're going to go face, median, rotate, align to target, face project. Okay. E to extrude. What the hickabotham's going on? And then this will obviously all become... oh, yes. I remember you. Rotate 90. And then this now becomes our like micro pieces, micro plates, And then we can just kind of go ahead and start grabbing some of them. And then just start moving them into position elsewhere. My goodness, this heat is like a furnace. It be hot, they say. Yar. Okay. Big question is how's this going to look? I don't know. Oops. G. But we'll test it out. I think we'll probably end up cutting some of these pieces. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly do a hotspot on that. Oops, and you, sir. You. Stop being a jerk. You. Hotspot. Yeah, look at that. And now it's just adding like another layer of details over the top of that. Dropped an image in Discord of what Unreal Ancestors I have. Nowhere near as many as you. No, I don't think so. I've been doing it for ages. It's good to hearing somebody else talk to themselves. I know that I'm not alone. What's that? Talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. I mean, technically I do talk to myself, but I've got you guys, so it's okay. Speaking of heating, you ready for the -2 tonight? No. No. Don't say that. Oh. -2. Oh. Oh. Asalas. Hey, welcome to the stream. What does Mark Sharp do? It just makes the corners sharp. I like that. Technically, what we could even do is now, as well, if we kind of go ahead and go minus on you, sir, we could grab kind of like this plate. Let's go new color, and we can go orange. And then we can start assigning here, here, and maybe down here. Control L. Perfect. We can go assign to orange. And then that's going to give us a little bit of variation on there as well. Orange, is it the right color? I don't think it is. But it is going to cut us. It's going to, yeah, give us a new breadth of life. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm getting tired. Orange. Assign. Yes. Look at that. That is cool. Still got to work on this whole area. You, sir, can go move in a little bit. This obviously will have to be all concrete down here. It's a little bit too shiny for my liking, but that's fine. Alt H. Okay. Landscape. And then this here, let's just do a hotspot on that one, just so it kind of we can see. And then if we do a brown color, ground. How do we do that? Oh, I did a tutorial on this the other day. If we jump in and we go into layout, let's go into 5,000 materials. I should probably have that link somewhere. Open Sesame. You should. What the heck was that, brother? What's that? This one. So let's go there. Live streaming. Control V, and Control V. So I'm going to be using that. I need a ground. The ground. I need just some kind of dirt for now. Ground. Dirt. You will do. See if I can remember my own tutorial. Most of the time when I make a tutorial, I do it for myself because I forget on how to do certain things. Okay, we do this. Scale. 100, please. 0.0001. Do I have the right things? I do have the right thing selected. What the hickerbotham's going on? Let's just go into UV editing. Okay, that's why. You project from view with bounds. There we go. Back into layout. Nope, back into shading, please. 0.01. 1. There we go. 10. 50. Awesome. So now we've got kind of like this repeating texture. Oh, come on, Marco, you can do this. Musgrave? I don't know how to spell Musgrave. Oh no, Voronoi. No, don't, no. You go in there. You don't go there. You go in here. Object goes into vector. This goes into rotation. Yes. Ugh. I've done something wrong. UV goes into there? I am a bit off. No. Location. No. Rotation. Location? Rotation. I've got a tutorial on this. I don't know off the top of my head now. Color goes into that one. 100? 5,000? Eh. It is a ground texture. But yeah. Anyway, Control S to save. Save it's really important. And then the idea will be, once I get scatter add-on working, it's my way of thinking, then we will come in and add in a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go trees, and then I need like forest version, so like some big get stuffed oaks. Where's that tree? Did I bring in a tree? Can I have a tree, please? Link asset. There it is. And then the idea will be, yeah, have a bunch of trees. And I want some epic ones. Hello? Yeah, some big get stuff trees like this. Random rotations. Obviously go, 120, 1.2, different sizes. Draw that dirt path all the way up there. And yeah, sent you something that is really useful on Discord DM. Let's have a look-see. Yes. Is it free? Basic seamless. Oh, yeah. I want that one. Let me just go. Hang on. Oh, cheese and whiskers is getting hot. Stinking heater. No. Let's jump over into checkout. And then we click on this. And then we click on this. Come on. Gumroad, hurry up. Does anyone have any questions about anything that I do? I know I do things really fast. What are we at? Oh, fire, 11:40. Jeez. Fill. Control V, generate, copy. So there, Looks like it might be a seamless thing for free. Oh, it's a seamless thing. Yeah, so what this one does is we can see it kind of like cuts it up into random shapes. But obviously from afar, it looks okay. So, oh my goodness, my ankle. Hey Marco, what is Blender? Oh, jeez. At work, one of my jobs is doing showcases and tours and all that kind of stuff. And I'm doing a tour on Copilot because we've got the tool at the moment at work. And I'm like halfway through this presentation, and then someone goes up and goes, "What's generative AI?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness. Have you not been listening for half an hour? Have you done any ArcViz tutorials on YouTube?" Not really. More, I'm trying to stay in the sci-fi lane, hence why giant buildings like this. Funny, you know what, this does actually look really nice. This needs to be metal. But I haven't really, no. Oh, a machine for cutting and dicing. Slicing and dicing? Oh, all right. I'm going to call it a night now. We're going to have a tutorial on the vegetation add-on. So make sure you check out tomorrow's video. Oh, come on. Did I? Where are you? Wow. You guys were chatting a lot today. This is awesome. I've got to start streaming more often. Once I come back from holidays, we will stream a lot more. So if I were to click on that, so I'll be doing a video on that tomorrow. Twitch, there we go, Twitch people, if you're there, 2 viewers. But yes, we will call it a night. There will be this coming up week, vegetation add-on, Character Creator 5 tutorials, because oh my goodness, how good is Character Creator 5? I'm wrecked. All right, see you later. Have fun, enjoy yourselves. Say hi in Discord.